All right, here we go. First up, led by Ashley Hutchins and Grace Gillespie. Welcome, Team Real Connections.
Express yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Express yourself. You're doing it on the moon, y'all. In the jungle, too. Everybody on the floor now. Jumping like a kangaroo.
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. My name is Ashley Hutchins. I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and these are my teammates. Grace Farnell, she's an occupational therapist, and Christy Nico, she is a licensed clinical social worker. We all grew up in Acadiana and have gone into healthcare and have found that there is one common theme that we have all seen in our practice, and that is that we need more accessible mental health resources in our community. Parents will often say that they don't know how to initiate or have these conversations about mental health with their children, and that's where Team Real Connections comes in. So the reality is that 1 in 6 children between the ages of 6 and 17 will have a mental health disorder each year in this country. So what we want to do is be proactive and open conversations about mental health so that parents can be equipped to navigate these issues as they arise. We want to combine the magic of storytelling through movies and the knowledge of mental health professionals. Movies! Movies have a way of connecting people. As a nurse, I had to lead groups with adolescent psychiatric patients, and that was not always easy. But I found whenever I would use films that I would get way more engagement and participation. So one of my favorite examples is whenever I did a group based off of The Lion King. I wish that you could see the way that these kids just like lit up talking about how Simba must have felt whenever Mufasa died and how he had to go out on his own and find these friends that helped him embrace the philosophy of Hakuna Matata so that he could find his courage and believe in himself to come back to Pride Rock and be the king that he was born to be. So that's what inspired our idea. What we want to do is put on emotion picture events. But this is more than an event. This is a service for our community. We want to provide a family-friendly movie premiere type style of event for children ages 7 to 12 and their caregivers, where we will roll out the red carpet. We will have popcorn, cotton candy. We want kids to come dressed as their favorite movie character. We'll have a photo booth, just make it a really fun night. And then we're gonna show a film. And when it's done, we will break the audience up into smaller groups where mental health professionals will facilitate and model therapeutic communication techniques to discuss the themes that were present in the film. Our goal is to normalize, destigmatize, and build bridges for conversations about mental health. At the end of our event, we will be giving swag bags of goodies, but we also want to provide resources for families. So we will have a guide that can give websites, books, movies, things that they can use at home to continue these conversations, but also a local provider directory and information on community organizations that can provide support should they need that in the future. So what we are asking from you, the backers, is to make our vision a reality. For our pilot event, our budget is $2,500. The funding will go to what you see on this screen. We are calling this a pilot event because we truly believe that this will be a catalyst for future conversations and opportunities to partner with organizations in our community to replicate this model where we can hold future groups that target the specific needs that our community needs. Our goal with this pilot event is to reach 75 community participants, involve 8 to 10 mental health providers to provide a positive impact, a meaningful family experience, where movies make real connections.
Great job, Ashley. Great job. We're going to take some questions from the backers.
First of all, great job and such an important cause. So thank you for putting this idea forward. Can you all talk a little bit about how you will measure the success of your event and the impact that it has on children in our community?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we are planning to implement a post-event survey. So everybody that comes to one of our events will get their intake information, a little email whenever they register, and then we'll be able to send out our post-event form to say, hey, did this help you? You know, is this something that you want to do again? And what do you want to see? What's important to you and your family? So that hopefully we can get some ideas for how we can go and do this again and repeat this process elsewhere. So that's the main way that we'll probably measure. But, you know, I think a really important thing to point out too is that if we have families come to this event and we help even one kid, I think we had a really big impact because mental health issues are so prevalent. I think even one person having a different perspective by the end of this event is a success to me.
Great job. Ben?
Snuck up on me. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm really like this. I'm a movie nerd. Probably half the people don't know what a VHS was, but I used to have quite a bit of those. So a question, why are you limiting it to the ages of 7 to 12? Like I have 3 daughters, and I would never be able to bring my whole family because they don't fall within that range.
Well, we think that 7 to 12 is the age where kids most likely will still go see a movie with their parent, because the reality is I don't know how many teenagers would be willing to do that, but we do like the idea of a future event targeting more teen issues. So we just think 7 to 12 would be the widest net to cast initially.
Can you tell us a little more about what outlets you utilize to make people aware of the event, to get people to come and make sure you hit the 75 people that you're hoping to bring in?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we plan on doing is partnering with different counseling departments in schools, public, private, and charter throughout Lafayette Parish to really identify the population that would most benefit from this.
Ashley, you had anything to add to that, or you're good?
I was just going to say, we also, just in floating this idea around, we have gotten nothing but positive feedback from other agencies that offer mental health services. I do believe that they would all be on board with advertising, making a Facebook page as well, and then maybe tying in some mom blogs in the community to get the word out. And even flyers, let's go, you know, old school, put flyers up in the library, up at campus, you know, around where people can see them.
Awesome. Guys, let's give it up for Ashley and Team Real Connections.